In the year 1950, to celebrate the 40th anniversary of the Boy Scouts of America, they had a ceremony at the base of the Statue of Liberty. At the ceremony, they announced a program called Strengthen the Arm of Liberty. As part of this program, the Boy Scouts of America distributed approximately 200 replicas of the Statue of Liberty across the country. Recently, I was in Richmond, Virginia, and I saw one of those replicas. So this is the pedestal. This is like a replica of the pedestal of the Statue of Liberty. And there she is. Somebody named Lucifer. But his name? Oh, they're not Lucifer. Lucifer. And she's located inside of a park here that's right on the edge of a beautiful cliff overlooking the city here of Richmond. Really nice. Now, that's not the only replica of the Statue of Liberty. If you've ever seen the movie National Treasure Book of Secrets, you'll know that Nicolas Cage has to go to Paris to see a replica of the Statue of Liberty. There's a whole scene where he flies a drone over it so he can see an inscription that is written on the flame of the torch. This is a quarter-scale replica of the Statue of Liberty. Now, this Statue of Liberty is located at the New York Hotel in Las Vegas, Nevada. This is 150 feet tall and was sculpted by a man named Robert Davidson. In December of 2010, the U.S. Postal Service issued a forever stamp featuring the Statue of Liberty. A few months later, they realized this wasn't the Statue of Liberty. Instead, this was the statue that's in front of New York in Las Vegas. By that time, they had printed over 10.5 billion copies of this stamp. This makes it the most widely distributed error stamp in history. A lawsuit was filed and the court found in favor of Mr. Davidson, and the Postal Service had to pay him $3.5 million. From 1887 till 1945, another replica stood on top of a building in Hanoi. This was placed there by the French government during their control of Vietnam. The French lost control of Vietnam in World War II, and the statue was put in storage. In 1952, the statue was melted down and the copper was used to help make the world's largest Buddha. The actual name of the Statue of Liberty is Liberty Enlightening the World. Here is a picture of it in Paris when it was first built before it was shipped over to the States. When it was built in 1884, it was the largest work of its kind ever produced. It was made to celebrate 100 years of America. The statue was shipped to America in 214 pieces.
Oh, crap. That's a really good gift.
Now we gotta get France something.
Wait, we could use Etsy's new gift mode.
The statue was paid for by the French, but America had to foot the bill for the pedestal. From 1877 to 1882, the arm of the statue was put on display in Madison Square Park. The idea was people could come see part of the statue and raise some money so the pedestal could be built. For 50 cents, you could go up into the torch. Originally, the statue's torch was made of solid copper, but holes were cut into it to give visibility to tourists. Over time, they cut more and more holes into it, so in 1984, when they restored the statue, they decided to replace the torch with a replica.
I need your help. Time and the elements are destroying me. Corrosion has weakened my body. I am in desperate need of help. Or soon, I will become a symbol of shame and decay.
In the Michael Jackson Black or White video, they show him up by the torch. One of my favorite shows in the world, the animatronic show, The American Adventure in Epcot. In this, Ben Franklin and Mark Twain take you on a history of the United States, and they go up on the torch.
Which in the past has been the most destructive to the human success.
Epcot had opened in 1980, so it was before the replica was put in place. The arm of the statue and the torch were heavily damaged during an explosion at Black Tom Island. This was an act of sabotage by agents of the German Empire. They exploded a ton of United States munitions, causing the largest non-nuclear explosion in history. The statue was sculpted just after the Civil War. The sculptor was an admirer of the Union Army. The statue is shown with broken shackles at her feet and her foot raised because she is moving forward. The statue is holding what looks like a book with the date July 4th, 1776. But it's not actually a book. It's supposed to be a keystone. A keystone is an architectural term for the piece that would be at the top of an archway. The sculptor chose this because without the keystone, both sides would fall. He felt that this would bring both sides together after the Civil War. The Statue of Liberty's crown has 7 points in honor of the 7 seas and 7 continents. There's Nancy Reagan waving. Hi, Nancy. It's been in so many movies. I'm going to point out a couple I really find interesting. In Back to the Future 2, when George is hanging upside down, you see Marty has a Statue of Liberty lamp. You also might remember the scene in National Lampoon's European Vacation when Clark Griswold was going to use the bathroom, but he accidentally opened the door to the cockpit and hit the pilot, and they hit the arm of the statue. This is from the great movie Remo Williams' The Adventure Begins. They had all the scaffolding up around the Statue of Liberty in 1984, and it makes for a perfect scene in this movie. There's a wonderful home video I found of some guys working on the statue, and you get to see a man kiss the Statue of Liberty on the lips. There's also one of the workers standing directly on the numbers on the tablet she holds. The statue has appeared on tons of magazines and made numerous television appearances. She's shown in the 1946 Bugs Bunny cartoon Baseball Bugs.
I'm out!
That's what the man said. You heard what he said. He said that.
The statue also danced in the closing credits of Sesame Street for many years. The statue has been damaged in numerous films, most notably in Planet of the Apes. In 1979, 2 students at the University of Wisconsin created a replica of the Statue of Liberty from Planet of the Apes on a lake in Wisconsin. Lady Liberty has had numerous Garbage Pail Kids. I always remember this one where she's holding the trash bag. Alice Island. She's showing a little leg. The statue originally was copper colored, and it took her about 20 years to turn green. In fact, Congress passed a bill to appropriate money to paint the Statue of Liberty to keep her from turning green, and then they decided that wasn't the right thing to do.
Look, the Statue of Liberty. I don't feel so good. Where does it hurt? All over. I need lots of fixing. That's going to be expensive. If we ask people to help, they will. Everyone loves me.
The Statue of Liberty has been in tons of commercials. You may remember the one where she was freezing.
I'm Chuck Scarborough. Right now, thousands of people in the tri-state area need warm coats.
Or the Timex commercial. Or this one for the U.S. Mint.
She's gone. She's just not there.
The $1 coins. You'll want to get out and do your part too.
Or when she was really into this Oldsmobile. Or the commercial where she wanted a Dr. Pepper. I pass by the statue from time to time, but I have not been actually to the Statue of Liberty since I was a kid. So I do want to go again, and when I do, bringing you guys with me. This area where I live, there is a lot of history here. I pass by the spot where George Washington crossed the Delaware all the time. I decided to go back last year, take a video for you guys to see, and I'm going to put that right up here. You check that out. Otherwise, YouTube says this one's best for you. So choose either one, and I'll see you next time.